Any other comments from the board? Any comments from the public?
We must see it for what it truly is. This is a shift of liability and responsibility from the state of California to fix their buildings to Fresno County taxpayers. Instead, it's 1 million people funding 24,000 students, or in math that they used to teach in schools, that's 2.4% of our community. Ridiculous. My love for this county is profound, and many of us, including myself, have deep roots here. I will not, in good conscience, raise my hand against my birthplace, my home, or the future of my children and grandchildren.
My name is Faith Van Hoven, and I'm a third-year college student at Fresno State, and I'm here to speak in support of Measure E. So I want to start off on a bit of a personal note. My parents met in the 80s at Fresno State, and my dad joined the military through Fresno State and served. And what I saw when we toured Fresno State together was that the housing buildings that they stayed in were the exact same housing buildings that I stayed in my freshman year. What Measure E does is allow money to go into our community. So with Measure E, we see that we have local control of our tax dollars. We see that we'll have upgraded classrooms and new technology, and we'll also see that there will be an economic boost to Fresno County. And we also know that 80% of Fresno State graduates stay here, and the best resources for our money is to go back into the community. And why this is important to not only our community, but to the people that will be attending Fresno State. And Fresno State is a pillar of our community, and that's why I think that it's important that we allow people to have the option to vote on this.
And in regard to Supervisor Magsick's question, we did attach to this agenda item an economic impact report done by the former dean of the Cray School of Business, Dr. Joseph Pinbera, that shows, among other things, Measure E over its 25-year life will create 27,000 jobs in Fresno County and over $5.7 billion in economic impact. I believe that rising tide will raise a lot of boats in Fresno County.
However, I have heard a few things in regards to putting the burden on taxpayers, and I would like to point out that with the building of the new resident student union at our school, that tax fell on the students. Students had to pay more in tuition, and regardless of whether or not Measure E is passed, Fresno State will modernize. And there is a chance that might fall on the students. And while I understand that you do not want to burden the community, many of us do not have the resources to help fund this. I have $32 in my bank account. My best friend has 20. We don't have, we're students at the end of the day. This will help us greatly. We're already paying so much in tuition, and this will help us get our money's worth in a sense.
Hello board, I'm Gary Bradfeld. I support Fresno State. 3 members of my family graduated from Fresno State. Our university's needs are real and must be addressed by the CSU system. But the 25-year, $1.6 billion tax, Measure E, is not the answer. Proponents always misleadingly justify these tax increases as, quote, small taxes you won't ever notice. But they all result in California being one of the most heavily taxed states in this nation. For these reasons, I oppose this tax measure and hope that just as they did in November 2022, the majority of North Fresno and Columbus taxpayers wisely reject Measure E again. Thank you.